Hey guys, so today's video I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be doing my first ever quest guide. Now, I might start making this a more of a common thing, but it really depends. Some things are a lot of effort, because I mean, quests can be hours long, so I don't know what I'd do on them cases. So please leave a comment like what you'd want me to do in quest guides. Would you like me to record the whole quest and upload it in real time, like as in I don't speed it up, but that's going to be that's going to be almost impossible for me to do, really, because the render would take forever. But I think for longer quests, what would you like me to do? Would you like me to speed them up, or just show important parts of the quest, as in puzzles and things like that? Or what would you like me to do? Just suggest in the comments and thumb something up if you do like that sort of idea. So in this guide, I'm just going to be showing you like the full quest, because it is a short quest. I know it's quite easy, but I know a few people have been getting stuck, so I hope this helps. And after the quest, I'm going to show you the rewards, and I'm going to explain a little bit about the Slayer dungeon and also what's going to be happening next week. So do enjoy the guide, guys, and I really hope it helps. Right, guys, so you want to start a round, and all you need to have in your invent is a bit of food. That is all you'll need, and you want to run into this west house and talk to this person here. The quest just basically tells you that you can have sounds on, because this quest has all voiceovers like some of the previous quests did, and also the sounds are pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, I had them on. They really did add the effect of the quest. So you just want to talk to her. She basically tells you that this guy won't sleep up and won't wake up, and the raptor isn't really helping because he's so scary, because all he does is want to kill things and shit. Anyway, so you just talk to her. Sorry if I'm going through the chat a bit slow, because I was listening to the voiceover a little bit, so I wasn't just holding spacebar like I'm sure you will probably want to do. So you just want to finish talking to her, and she'll give you some potion, which she should give me in a second. And it comes up with starting the quest. It just says required items, just combat equipment is recommended, but you don't really need it. All you have to do, the only combat is running past some level 2s, and unless you're a low level, then don't worry about it, because they are pointless. So anyway, she gives you a potion, as I mentioned, and the two sleeping people who won't wake up there, and they just speak a load of crap. So you just want to drink your potion, your restless sleep potion as it's called, and you'll enter the dream world. So basically now you're kind of asleep, but you're awake enough to realise what's going on. So you can see all the sleeping souls, and you can see, look, you can see the little purple ghost, and you can see them all walking. So you just want to follow where this guy goes, Waylon. Now he's the guy that she's obviously worried about, and you're trying to save him. So you just want to follow him. It's her husband, as you've seen from the examine, which unfortunately doesn't have a follow option, so you can't just cheat and follow him. You've got to walk, but you can. I think you can probably run ahead, and you just want to enter this cave here. As you can see clearly, me entering in a second. Go, go, go down the stairs. So you're just going to enter this large dungeon, and you have to make, basically the whole quest revolves on you making your way through this dungeon. And there's quite a few like points where the haunted voice will talk to you, and it's just pretty much like teasing you. It's trying to lure you to her. It's effectively what the souls are being lured to, which is why you are following them too, because that's where you want to get to. So the raptor is also trying to do, basically the raptor is doing this quest too. Now this is the first quest where the raptors even come into play, which is it's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool character, and he's got a pretty funny voice too. It's like his voice is all echoey because he's in his armor. So just carry on talking. There's quite a lot of talking to do, but literally you can just hold spacebar and stuff. And I just clicked talk to Waylon there, and you just want to follow him through the cave. He'll go through the cave, and just follow him through. Once you go through here, you shall start with a maze type thing. So basically, if you listen to what she says which way it goes. In her song, she mentions north and west. So as you can see, it remains in the bottom of your chat. It says northern wind and western sun. So you want to go north first, and then you want to go west after going north. This is quite a maze, so if you do not know which way you're going, you will be there for ages trying to find the correct way, because it'll just be literally trial and error to find out which way to go. So you want to go north, and then you want to head straight west. Ignore the other ones. This area does look pretty cool. You can see all the skyboxes in action, and it's pretty cool graphically. It doesn't seem to lag too much. I had a bit of lag though. So after that, you'll get another part of the song, which will carry on with the same style of song. So it'll give you two directions, and you want to follow them exact ones again. So it says it in the chat as usual after you finish talking to her. So it says, I can't exactly read it on this little preview I'm watching, but yeah, you want to go south first, and then wherever it says next, which I think is east, but I can't actually see it But yeah, then east. So you can just follow my character on screen very simply, and you just want to follow this path. Then you'll get to another lot of cutscenes. Just carry on with the chat. There's a lot of her talking to you, but the voice is pretty creepy. But it's just like singing to you, and it sounds pretty cool. I mean, the amount of time Jaget's put into this audio is quite a lot, I imagine. But the one thing I do is hope it doesn't reduce the quality of the quests. Now, to be honest, I did kind of like this quest. However, it was really short and easy. But it was a decent quest, I guess. But if they're putting more time into the graphics and voices, it's going to reduce the size of quests and it's going to increase the time of development. So hopefully it doesn't do that, because I don't agree with them doing that if it does that, because quantity is probably more than quality in this case. I want more quests. Well, at this point they're just taking ages. Like 3 months it was since the last quest, which is the Shazar one. Anyway, in this stage you'll get another cutscene, and then once your character will walk onto some symbol on the floor and it'll appear. Now, after you finish talking to her, you'll get some bar at the top of your screen that'll say 33% complete. And obviously you need to get to 100% complete, as with anything else, and you need to find the other 2 symbols on the floor basically. Now, as you can see, you're standing on one, that's what it'll look like, but they're invisible, so you just have to look around. Now, I'm going to show you obviously where they are. So the first one is at the northeast part of this room, and you just want to head there, and again you'll get a little cutscene and stand on it. Then for the next one you want to go to the northwest, and you'll find that one just up here. There you go. And then it'll say a door's opened and you want to head through that door. Now it took me a little bit of time to find this door because I was literally blind. It's actually at the southeast, as you'll soon see me find in a second. I'm just right clicking around trying to find it. I'm pretty blind, I guess. But yeah, it's at the southeast, just bear with me. And then somehow I managed to click the southeast door from there, but yeah, I got it. So then you go to another room where you repeat the same puzzle, and basically this time you don't even have one, you got to find all 3. Now the first one is just at this, it's just slightly northwest of that central like hole. So just here, there you go. There's the first one. The second one is at the northwest, far northwest. You want to run up there and you'll find that one. Then the next one is at the east, just east of that central thing, and you'll find that one. So it's just a little bit more north of where I go there. And eventually I get it. There you go. So they're pretty easy to find. I've shown you the locations. They're the same for everyone, so you can easily find them. However, they are easy to find obviously anyway. You just want to run around the room until you find them. It's just simply trial and error until you do it. And then again, it took me a little bit of time to find the door. I don't know, it should have made it more obvious where the door was. It opened near one of the portals. So anyway, you go into another like small corridor, and you'll have the exact same thing that had just happened before. Just a lot of talking from that voice, and you just want to follow the soul. This is pretty much what you're doing for the whole thing. Now, the voices are pretty cool. Like this guy's voice here, it was pretty creepy. I mean, it's not like scary, but it's pretty creepy. But it just adds to the effect. I kind of do like it. I did like it with the other voiced quest as well. And now you'll enter the main puzzle of the quest, and this is pretty much the part of the quest that most people are struggling on, which is why people are finding it a little bit difficult, and I hope this guide will definitely help with this bit of the quest. So you just want to wait for this cutscene to happen, and then you can start going. So there's four main pots, and you get a sapling. Now you gotta put the sapling into the right pot and then go through the right door. Her singing does tell you which way to go, but I'm simply going to tell you which way to go. However, you can read her voice and work it out for yourself pretty easily. It's not too difficult. So the first sapling is a fire sapling, and you want to put this in the southeast pot. I think it's the southeast one. No, southwest pot even. You can watch me on screen, and then you want to head through the water doorway, which is the northeast doorway. And as you see, she mentioned water and fire. The next room you'll enter, and you'll want to pick up the sapling from the pot. As you can see, it's already sparkling, and it's because it's turned into something else. So you want to pick that up, you'll get another sapling, and this time you want to put it in the northwest plant pot, as you can clearly see. Then you want to head through the southwest door. If you go through the wrong door, by the way, you will get another room and it'll say you're wrong. Just head back and go through the right door. Very simple to do. Then you'll enter the next room, simply take the sapling again, and this time you want to put it in the southeast pot and head through the west door. They all open up, but you want to make sure you head through the right one. If you put the sapling in the wrong pot, no doors will open, so you can just simply try each pot until you get it. This time you want to take that sapling, which has grown into a huge plant now, and you want to put it in the northeast pot. and then you want to head through the eastern door. Now at this point I thought I'd done it because I was just being a noob. Anyway, you can't go north yet. You go north once you go east, but it's just me failing. But yeah, go east guys, straight through the east door. But I completely failed here. I should have probably cut this bit out, but it's too late now. And there you go. Put in the right. So here we go. Put in the northeast pot and head east. I was planning on cutting that out, but I completely forgot. But that's simply what you do. And then you'll head into another room. You'll get another part of the talking of the voice, and now you'll see there's a huge tree in the middle of the room. Basically what the tree has done is sprouted a big vine that has created a bridge to the northern doorway, and you want to head straight across there, and you'll enter the end of the line, pretty much. And you'll have another cutscene with the raptor in a second. So you have another little cutscene with the voice first, with a black screen. You just want to hold space while and go through this, unless you are listening to the sounds, which I do recommend doing. But just wait for this to finish. Her voice is pretty cool though. And you'll see all the souls. This is effectively what you're following. And this, as you watch, they'll simply walk off the end and fall down. So they're attracted to that singing voice, the haunted voice, which is what you're trying to follow, because you want to find the source of this and sort it out. And now you see the raptor come along, and he'll pretty much say, what the hell, this is the end of the line, where can we go from now? They just jumped off. And you'll see him jump off in a second, and then you'll have to do the same. However, you will not die. Will not die, I promise. Even though you do get eaten. Not to spoil anything. And you'll see him jump off, and now you've got to follow him. The raptor's reckless enough to do it, now you've got to do it. You want to be the hero, right? You don't want to be the raptor. And jump off. You'll see a cool cutscene. This cutscene did lag me quite a bit. It's a pretty cool cutscene though, to be honest. You see yourself falling down, and you see the Queen Black Dragon jump up and eat you whole. And then you appear in its stomach. So now, as you can see, there's little acids on the floor. Like this, that green liquid is acid, and you've got these level 2 flying leeches and the little 2 worms. Now, don't worry about these worms. As I said, the level 2, the quest said bring combat gear. But yeah, the level 2, they're literally not going to do anything. But the only thing I do recommend you have is the food, and that's simply because this acid, now, you do want to try and avoid the acid as much as possible, because standing on it will damage you. As you can see, like, it hits like 50s constantly, so you just want to avoid it as all you possibly can. Your character's a bit retarded, and most of the time just ends up running across it. You don't want to spend too long going around it, but just generally run. If you have a few food, you should have no problem just running across. As you see, right now, I'm just literally running across because I was like, fuck this. Can't be fucked to go around. But you just end up running through it anyway, because it's just, there's so much of it. But you just want to make yourself through, you just want to make your way through all the stomach chasms. So I think it is her stomach, isn't it? The big Queen Black Dragon stomach. Now, I'm sure this stomach's huge, isn't it? I mean, come on, surely it's not this big. This fight next week's going to be pretty awesome. Anyway, just carry on running through. There's quite a few rooms to just run through, and eventually you'll get to the end room where you can finally finish the main part of the quest. So, as you can see, I only needed a few food, and that was easily enough. So I'm trying to avoid the acid there, you just end up running through it anyway. Nothing you can do, but as you can see, the level 2 is obviously causing no problems, because the level 2, and I'm much poorer than that. And eventually you'll get to the end room. Now, you'll see another cutscene, and you'll see the siren inside a big, like, bubble. So it's basically, this is inside the Queen Black Dragon. And obviously that's part of the Queen Black Dragon she's trapped inside. And she's like under some sort of spell type thing, and she doesn't realise where she is. So you just want to talk to her, you just want to tell her where she is until she believes you. It's very easy to do, just click all the options and you'll get it. Eventually she'll realise, and the raptor will walk in. Now the raptor, being the raptor, just wants to kill her to sort the problem. However, you've got to tell him that she can help you get out, and she'll agree, and he'll be like, grunt, I wanted to kill her, but I want to live, so let's get out of here. Because she does have the necklace, which you'll get as a reward. So as you can see, here we go, the raptor's walked in. And you can actually see the Corvus crossbow is randomly on the floor there. I don't know why, it just happens to be there. I don't actually know why. If you read the chat, you can probably find out why. So, you just go through the options, as I said. And eventually you'll come up with the plan of bursting that sack. However, as Siren mentions to you, the beast will not be pleased that you're bursting the sack, because obviously that is a part of the Queen Black Dragon, so the Queen's going to be pissed off when you do it, because you're going to hurt the Queen. As you can see, the screen starts shaking because the queen's angry and probably jumping about. Anyway, you'll manage to get out because she will use a necklace to get out, and you'll be spat out the queen. So as you can see the queen black dragon again. It looks pretty huge. I'm looking forward to this fight because that's pretty cool graphics. But these cutscenes are a bit laggy. Hopefully the fight's not laggy, otherwise it's going to be really difficult. As you can see, you get another cutscene. I did like these cutscenes. And the dragon fire, the queen instantly kills Siren. Nothing you can do. And then you save the raptor with the necklace and teleport out. At this point you'll appear outside another cave and you'll just talk to the raptor again. You'll finish the chat and he'll basically say, I'm not going to go and see Lucille, you go and finish it. Because he doesn't really care that much. And he says, you did fairly good. Which is impressive because if you've talked to the raptor before and Skippy Soul said everything you did was shit, apart from killing Nomad. He always said killing Nomad is okay but everything else is shit. Basically he has quite a lot of chat options. But anyway, you just finish off talking to him, that's all you have to do. And then you simply just run and talk to Lucille. He gives you the crossbow stuff, and basically this is obviously the reward, which is not too good at the minute, but I'll explain later in the video what they'd actually do. So eventually just finish talking to him, and then I want to run back to Remington. Now you can just teleport there, but I decided to run because it's literally not far. It's just further west. As you can see, you'll pass the other entrance that you went in just before. I swear you walked a lot further than that, not gonna lie. But there's that phrase again that I always say, oops-a-daisy. And you'll see the quest start here. And again, you'll see Wayland's up. Just talk to Lucille and you'll finish the quest. To the joy of some spin tickets. Free 2 spins, as with every quest. Actually, to mention them, it's disappointing how you didn't get spins for old quests. But anyway, there you go. You can see you finished the quest. You unlocked it. One of the rewards is actually a song. Now, I did have the sounds on, so this song actually automatically started playing. It actually has vocals in it, which I'm sure is something Jaggeds I've never had before in RuneScape music. So I have to say, I guess that's pretty cool. But anyway, that's the end of the quest, and I hope that little guide's helped you. And now I'm going to go into the rewards and talk about the Slayer dungeon a little bit. Right guys, so just going to quickly show you the reward from the quest, and I'm going to just show you a little bit of the Slayer dungeon. Not too much to mention yet, until next week when the update is finished, but I'm obviously going to mention that too. Right, so just to show you the rewards of the quest, there's just some basic rewards, a bit of XP, there's barely any. And obviously you get this crossbow and some bolts. Now the stats of these are incredibly bad. However, it does mention that it's an upgradable crossbow, and we'll be able to upgrade it by talking to Fergo next week. Now, whether you just talk to Fergo and upgrade it instantly, I don't know. Whether it requires getting some drop from the KBD, and you know, like the dragon plate body where you have to get the pieces and smith them together to make the dragon plate body, or the dragon visage, or the draconic visage even, where you have to add it to the shield. Could be something like that, and then since you're smithing, since you're like so shit smithing, you got like a Fergo doing it because he's like a smithing master. But anyway, yeah, so the other reward is a Remora's necklace. Now the only use of this is got a teleport option that teleports you straight to the Slayer dungeon. That's going to be very useful. And also if you've done the quest, you'll get an incoming damage reduction when fighting the Queen Black Dragon, which implies that you don't have to do the quest to fight the Queen Black Dragon. Now it seems like that because you can access the Slayer dungeon without doing the quest, I think. So that's all good. So I'm just going to teleport to the Slayer dungeon and I'll show you what's going on there. Oh, wow, different teleport animation now. Just grew into an egg or something, but no idea. Right, so it teleports you outside, and you've got the raptor still here, and you've got like the white knights, who I think they're just talking about the Slayer dungeon. But if you enter, there's a summoning obelisk outside, so that's one thing to notice, I guess. And I just got my last music track, so I can put my comp cape back on. Fuck that killing cape. And then it says, oh, there's a corpse here. Let's read that. Haven't looked at this. Oh, it's just a load of observations and shit, just White Knight research. I think it's just in there for, if you want the backstory of the Slayer cave, then you can pick it up yourself and have a nice read of that, if you find that sort of stuff interesting. So it looks like quite a big cave, because this entrance is pretty huge. And obviously this is where you're going to be killing the, or another corpse to investigate. This is where you're going to be killing the Queen Black Dragon at the bottom. Alright, it's just no notes. So I know there is 3 Slayer creatures. There's a low level one, which is these ones right here that I'm killing. Level 10s. So I imagine if you get a Slayer task of these are definitely going to be ones to kill, because they're so low level that you can just obviously run up and one bang them. So I'm not 100% sure on the size of the tasks, because I haven't obviously been slaying, and obviously you've got a low chance of getting the task in the first place. But all I know is that the task will cover all the monsters in the dungeon. So there's one task. It's rather like Caliphite. If you get a task, you can kill any of the low level ones or the highest one. Obviously, you can kill the Caliphite Queen or even just the workers. So it works like that. So if you do want to do a fast task for points, then you can obviously kill these. But if you want the XP, you're going to want to go for the top ones. However, I've heard they are definitely not worth doing, because as you can see, it's not multi-combat, and you're not allowed to set your cannon up. Because if you try to set your cannon up, it says the air's too damp or something, so your cannon won't work. So I'm just going to find my way down. I think there's 3 levels, and then you can find the other creatures. And obviously on the bottom level is an entrance to the QBD layer, which we can't access till next week. So if I'm just going to find my way down, and then oh, here it is. Enter cave opening. So I guess that'll go down to the next level. So one thing, right? So I've got level 91 now. They look pretty cool. So now I have already researched them a little bit with my friends, and they attack with mage if you're from a distance. So if I stand over here, you'll see it attack with mage, if it ever does. Oh, there we go, a mage attack. But it doesn't walk towards you, and that's a really slow attack. But if you stand in melee distance, it's only going to melee. So that's obviously the way to do the task. If meleeing is far superior, it seems to be hitting really well. So that's the medium level creatures. They don't obviously drop anything as of yet, because of the simple fact that they don't want to add it till next week. I'm not 100% sure why, but I'll go into that when I show you the news post in 1 second. So I'm just going to find my way to the last level so I can show you the hardest creatures, which are obviously, for most people getting 99 Slayer, you will be killing the highest level ones, which are 167. I imagine it'll be really easy to survive, since they just attack with melee if you're in melee distance. Yes, I think it's this way. It's quite a big dungeon, but the problem is that I'm seeming to find here is the creatures are so spread out. There's so many little obstacles around, and to get to the next Slayer creature you want to kill, it could take a little bit of time rather than instantly like other places. Like, there's so many rocks around. So anyway, here's the next cave opening. So it's quite a long run down to the next one. So I imagine if the KBD entrance is down here, it's going to take quite a while. Right, so you've got Mature Grotworm, level 167. But I imagine they're just the same. So if I stand in melee distance, it's only going to attack with melee. Pretty cool. Seems like it's got a lot of HP. If I stand away, it hits with mage, just like the other ones. So I imagine this is very... Sorry, my Skype went off there, just had to shut that down. And so, very easy to kill. As you can see, I'm not taking any damage from the melee attack, so it seems like it's a very weak melee attack. So you should be able to easily complete... Ooh, Rune Medhelm, gonna take that up. Look at that, beast loot. So, yeah. So you got quick access to this dungeon with the teleport, but it's quite a long trek down to this floor down here. So, as you can see, it was very easy to kill. I mean, but you're gonna take damage running through, it seems. So it seems if you're going to the QBD, you definitely want to pray mage while you're running through here. And I imagine the entrance is at the end of this long cavern. But it's a big dungeon. And really, I'm going to have to say this is going to be a bad Slayer task. You can easily see that they take a while. Well, they don't take too long to kill, but since it's not multi, and since it's not cannonable, they're definitely not worth doing. But they are going to drop some cool drops supposedly next week, so we can only wait and see for them. Just praying mage while I run through here. This seems definitely the right way to go. Just going to run further along here. And here's a portal. Right, so investigate summoning portal. So as previously mentioned, the KBD has a requirement of 60 summoning. So if you're not 60 summoning, I recommend getting it. So as you can see, I can't enter this portal yet, but this will be the entrance to the KBD. So it seems like it's going to be quite an entrance to get here. But ooh, there's a shortcut. Does this lead to the start? Can you go down this? Ooh, it's at the start. Is this the start? Ooh, it's not the start. I think the start was at the northwest. And then, if you want to get the KBD, you can just run simply here, and that's a great access. So that's going to be the way to get the KBD. So they've made it a lot quicker than I thought at first there. But the Slayer creatures aren't going to be worth doing. They're not going to be good Slayer XP. We'll have to wait and see for the drops next week to see if they're definitely worth doing. But we're going to look into that next week. But as for now, that's all I want to mention about the Slayer dungeon, and just show you a quick little look at it. But to go into the news post, it says what's going to be changed next week. And it pretty much says the portal will become open and you'll be able to fight the QBD, which is a little concept art here. And then the monster drop tables will be expanded to include items related to the new draconic armor mentioned in the Me behind the scenes. So what that'll be, who knows? but all we know is draconic armor. That could be like dragon armor, it could be even d'hide, but I don't know. It's hard to tell really what it could be. We can only wait and see. With some help from Fergo, you'll be able to upgrade your crossbow from Songs of the Depths. So it says with help from Fergo, so it's like, if it's only help, surely you do a little bit of it. You do a little bit of yourself. Who knows, we can only wait and see. But it says it'll upgrade the crossbow into a truly fearsome weapon. So as you know, this weapon is currently shit. If I show you the stats of it. No, not compare, stats. As you can see, it's a range bonus of 24, which is very bad, and its attack speed is very slow. If I compare it to the bolts anyway, and you can see both side by side. And the Corval bolts have 0 range attack bonus and range strength of 19, which is very, very limited. So, who knows what that's obviously very crap at the minute, but we can only wait and see until next week when they get the upgrade. But it says it'll be truly fearsome, so hopefully that's really good, and we can wait and see for that. But that's all I want to mention in this video, guys. I hope the little quest guide was helpful. I know it's not the most difficult quest in the world, and I hope you find this little insight into the Slayer dungeon very helpful. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video.